I think that's it. So oh no, that's it there. Do you see it? Do you see the rock with the stone on the top?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, we're going to turn around, just see it. Oh no, we're going to park in here actually then. Yeah, let's pull up and walk in. Yeah, you can see it. It's got a little stone on top. We are in Smart Glen at the moment. We are looking, or we have found, we're going to be walking towards now, the saddlin Mare stone. This is it's an interesting one. It's different from any of the ones we've done so far because you've got to not only just pick up the rock, but you've got to place it on top of another bigger rock and leave it there so you don't have to hold it, so it just sits there and rests there. So the huge rock on the ground is the Mare, and you've got to put the saddle on, which is the rock. So we're going to go do that now. It is very, very cold, as you can probably see by the ice on the ground. There it is over there. There's that feeling. Martin was talking about it when we went to the churchyard for the David stone. There's that moment where you first see the stone that you're looking for and you know it's the one. It's a pretty cool feeling. This is the saddle. So you see this stone on top. This stone, for years they thought that this was the testing stone or the lifting stone. I think it weighs 20 kilos, very, very light. You can see it's a very little stone here. And for a long time they thought that this was it. And obviously anyone can lift this up and put it on there. So they didn't think much of it. And then they realized not far away was this, which is a 100-kilo stone. And they realize, that makes more sense. They believe now that there was multiple saddles, but this is the proper saddle. You've got to get it up, put it up, and leave it there so it doesn't fall back down. Unfortunately, if you look here, the rain of the past couple of weeks has made a quite difficult platform to lift off of, but we're going to give it a go. And you can kind of see, come around here, I'm not sure, but it looks like there's almost a little bit of a clue of how it's been lifted for all these years. So up onto here, we're going to try and walk it up and rest it on the top. But it looks pretty wet and absolutely filthy. Oh my god. This is going to be a real challenge, this one. Get my gloves off. Get stuck in on this. Yeah, I feel like the challenge here might be getting it out of this mud without soaking myself. Okay. This would definitely be more of a challenge of working around the conditions than anything else. We've got our towels with us. The water you can wipe off, make it somewhat dry, but the mud is going to be super slippery. Luckily you see there's sort of some places to get the hand underneath there. Okay. You know what? I might try and create a bit of a platform out of some branches or something. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a stronger footing. See, I believe that this stone was originally used as a platform to stand on to lift this little one up, and then people realised actually maybe this isn't the step at all. This is actually the stone that you're meant to be lifted. I'm going to try and see if I can. Need an axe or something to. Told you we should have got an axe. Chop away at some branches and create a bit of a platform here. It's a battle. So it's like a game. Trying to work out how the stone is going to rest. Not yet. Okay, I'm going to try and get a bit higher. Oh, down my short arms. Oh. Not easy that. Lift was fine, but I wasn't worried about it. Had to get it over to, now if I hadn't put these logs down here, I think I would have been slipping all over the place, especially when you're trying to push off of the ground to get it up. And then once it's up there, it's slippery wet, and just had to keep on working to get it nice and high so it would sit there and stay there. Oh, but that's cool, man. It's a real battle with the rock, not just lifting it. You've got to fight it the entire time. Stuff inscribed on here. Nobody knows when this is from or what it was for. Yeah, that's a cool challenge. We have just done the saddlin Mare, which was really cool. It's so beautiful around there with the mountains and the forest, and managed to lift it up, saddle the mare, made myself absolutely filthy in the process. Timing was pretty good because it is pissing down with rain now, and now we'll go into the big one, the Fianna stone, which is the oldest lifting stone, thousands of years old potentially, and has a very rich long history, and it's also the heaviest stone that we're going to do. 127 kilos, really weird balance, really awkward. It's raining, it's probably going to be pretty soft ground for me. I kind of feel like at this point that this is the main stone. It was a stone that I wasn't even going to visit. I was thinking about doing it a whole other time, but for me now, I feel like it's one of the last stones we'll do. It's the biggest stone, it's the most historical stone, it's got one of the coolest histories. If you lift this, then you could, along with a few other things, but one of the 3 challenges to be able to become a warrior and the Fianna clan was to lift this stone. So I feel like this is, for this trip, this is the one, this is the man headstone for me this is the one I'm not sure that I'll get, so especially in this weather. So I was considering backing out, and James went, no man, this is the one, we gotta do it. So now I'm excited, and we're gonna drive there now. We are, I don't know where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere, but it is some of the most spectacular. I've said this every single time you pointed that camera at me, but as you know, it's legit. When we think it can't get any better and it can't get any more beautiful, it does. We're just driving through forests, through mountains, through rivers, through waterfalls, and we're on our way 300 yards. We might even be able to see it. You always manage to pick up the camera at the right time. I think just up here we will be reaching the Fianna stone, the oldest stone, the heaviest stone that I'm going to lift on this trip, and the stone that, okay, it's one of these. This is the area. So we're going to park up and we're going to look, hopefully that the stone's everywhere. It should be on a little, see that? You see that? A little baby goat, baby sheep. Oh. Meh. Oh, it looks lost. That mama over there. Oh, let's go. Come on. I think I can see the Fianna stone. I think it's on the other side. Right here. The Fianna. On its plinth there, looking out over all the other rocks. They think that originally the plinth would have been much higher. And the test was to lift it up and put it on the plinth to prove that you were strong enough to become a warrior. Since then the farmland has grown and it's sunk the plinth down. So now it's just lift it up to chest and you're pretty much there. This is what we came all this way for. If it wasn't slippery enough already, it is now. But I just made it 10 times harder for myself. Okay. It's the mud though. The rain is okay, but that mud is slippery. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go one hand under here and wedge one hand under the other side. Maybe a switch it. No, I'll go with that. Take it to lap and then try and stand with it. and feel like when I get my hand under it's just mud. It's just mud. Ah! Ah! Come on. Yes! So there's three tests that you need to be able to do before you can become a Fianna warrior. First one is to lift the Fianna testing stone, which I've just done. Second one is to jump over the length of your kilt, and the third one is to run under a sword at neck height without breaking stride. I don't have a sword, we found the stone, but I do have a kilt, so I'm going to give this a go now. I'm going to try and jump over it. The journey is over. We're on our way back to the station to drop James off in Glasgow. Yeah, we did it. I lifted all of the stones that I wanted to lift, really. Managed to get the big stone that I was really hoping to lift. Had an unbelievable trip. It's just been one of the best trips that I've ever had, to really immerse myself in the culture of Scotland and the Scottish stones and the history of the stones. It's been really fantastic. If anyone has watched this or has found out about Scottish stone lifting or historic stone lifting in general, and they want to get involved with it, there are a lot of resources out there. But main thing is, don't just go and lift the stones, because that's not the fun part. Like, do your research, understand the history, understand the meaning behind the stones, and respect for the stones, and then go and lift them, and it makes it 10 times better. But yeah, this has been an awesome trip, and I look forward to coming back up. There's a few more stones, some bigger stones around Scotland, and even I found out stones in Wales that are being researched at the moment, and then the Icelandic stones that I want to go and do, the Husafell, and some of these huge Icelandic rocks, Mare and testing stones over there. So yeah, hopefully the first stone pilgrimage of many. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. James, thank you for coming as well. Awesome, man. It wouldn't be as good without you, mate. So it's awesome to have you here.